Hi there, a warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining the live chat. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you for responding with yes, just one topic in tonight's live chat. I have been working on this topic since last year. Uh, and I've been trying to find reliable, credible sources on this topic. It's a very difficult topic, by the way. And now I think I have received very credible information about this topic, which I'll share with you. But let me welcome the participants first. Sammy S is the first one who commented. Sammy, I did not see you in some recent live chats, but I know you have been watching me for some time. We have Simon Tisfai. Welcome, Simon. Ephraim Tisfai, both regular participants. Forever says, hi, Sajid, first here. How's Ramadan? I just want to tell you, please stop saying that Ethiopia need for access to the sea and reframe it as Ethiopia expansion agenda. Uh, forever, happy Ramadan to you too as well. I never said that Ethiopia needs access to sea. No, I never said that. It's up to Ethiopia, up to neighboring countries to decide. I always report. I never back Ethiopian claim. I never oppose Ethiopian claim of access to sea. I'm no one to give a judgment on this topic. Uh, Tamine Adugna joined too after some time. Tamine has been watching me, I know, for years, missing from live chats recently. Hope you're doing fine, Tamine. We have Fid. How are you, Fid? Tola at joined to welcome Tola. Koala joined to welcome Koala. Koala says, thus TPLF will be back ruling Ethiopia. Well, let me speak about this deal, then you can decide what this deal means for Abiy, for Ethiopia, for this region. Merid Kinfergub joined. Interesting name. He says, my name is Merit. Merit. What is the meaning of Merit? Tolat says, I lost Tolat's comment. Tolat says, is Tigray looking for the right person to lead them out of this mess? Well, not Tigray, you should say TPLF. TPLF wants its man in Mekelle. Tigray is not just the TPLF. Jafar Jamal joined to welcome Jafar. Johannes G says, thank you, Sajid, for the fair and balanced news. Thank you, Yunus. Your appreciation matters a lot for me. When you people appreciate me, believe me, it matters a lot for me. Barakat Johannes here. University Abreha is the first member who joined. To welcome University Abreha. Members pay a few dollars to be members, monthly, annually, $1 or $2, I think, or $3. You can be a member by clicking the link given in description section of this video, or membership tab of the channel. You can click the tab. It will take you to membership page. Ved Toker Himraib joined. Welcome, Ved Toker. Daniel Haluisis says Ethiopia wants to own a port, not to use a port for commercial use. This is evil. Hassan Ali joined to says your reporting is always against Ethiopia, 9 out of 10. Well, this is what Eritrean government supporters say too. This is what Somalis say. Somalis say you're pro-Ethiopia. You are an agent of Ethiopian government. Eritrean pro-government people say you are an agent of Ethiopian government, and you say I am anti-Ethiopia. So where should I go? What should I do? Escol joined too. We have Ershao. Ershao says, don't worry about Ethiopia. Well, who told you I worry about Ethiopia? I just report what is happening in Ethiopia, leaving it to you to decide whether to worry or not. Singtan Dini joined. Singtan, welcome. Kaliyab joined. Welcome, Kaliyab. Kidane Birhane joined after some time. Kidane is a member too. Special welcome to you, Kidane. Merit means mercy. Wow, what a cute word. Jacob Jericho, Abelgeo Tisfai, Barakat Johannes, Goitom Gizai joined. Welcome. Daniel Abate here to welcome Daniel. Daniel said, do you think Getachew will return to Tigray soon? Well, damage has been done. I think Getachew fled Mekelle. Getachew supporters don't like it when I say he fled Mekelle, but he fled Mekelle. I think he ditched his supporters at the mercy of Tigray security forces and TPLF. I don't think that he'll be able to be as powerful in Tigray again as he was. It's difficult for him, I think, to return to the position which he was holding. But who knows? Gruel here, Gitu, SFR, TE, Mikhail. Tolat says, is it really a power struggle in Tigray? Can we call it that way? Yes, you can call it a power struggle. One Love here too. Welcome, One Love. Dave joined to Marcos says greetings. Thank you, Marcos. London here too. Says, can you try to work on your accent? No, no. I worked on my pronunciation a little, but it's difficult with my accent. I think message should be understood by the people who listen to me. I don't want to speak like an Englishman, but I think I make myself clear. Can you Escol Simon Tisfire says your English from you began has greatly improved. Yeah, Simon. I am Beniam says, what is your source? Not one, definitely. Multiple. Tiklai Makale here too. Please don't write one comment again and again, Barakat Johannes. Please don't do it. Barakat says, I'm your third follower, dear Sajid Tigray. Have best military leaders, but not have best politicians. So sad. Wallo here too. Johannes, Yunus Mesfin joined too. Abukar here as well. Can I start, viewers? I think most of the viewers have joined now. Sometimes viewers don't receive notifications. That is why I'm starting a little slow, waiting for the viewers to join, because this chat will be going to short. Lobak joined. Welcome, Lobak. Novak says, can you do Abi's accent? I think his accent is worse than mine. So let me just stick with mine. Ifan is calling me Janal Fano Sajid. Let me start, viewers. Once you stop, I'll start. And please let me speak for around 10 minutes. I want to make myself clear. I want to speak in detail on this 2 point deal reached between TPLF and Eritrea involving TDF as well. Mihari joined too. After that, for 10 minutes, I can take your questions, comments. Only Amhara here to welcome only Amhara. Let's get started. Let's get started. Proud Habisha joined as well. Let's start, viewers. Firstly, uh, it was last year when TPLF Debrecen announced that Getachew was no more the president of Tegarai, no more representative of TPLF. But it took TPLF Debrecen several months to make the final move, removing Getachew from power. Still, Getachew has not been officially removed. I mean, no, a new president has not been appointed in Tigray so far. So officially, Getachew is still the president of Tigray, but practically he has been removed from Tigray. TPLF took several months to make the final move. Welcome, peace and love. TPLF involved Tigray military. It involved Eritrean government. When I say Eritrean government, I mean Eritrean military, Savoki, PFDJ, everyone. Before making a move to remove Gita Choreda, TPLF and TDF both wanted to take Eritrea into confidence. By the way, we have been hearing different stories about engagement between TPLF and Eritrea. People have been claiming that Eritrea, TPLF have formed an alliance. Fano will be part of it, and they want to topple Abi's government. So, was TPLF Eritrea contact about forming an alliance to march towards Addis Ababa to topple PM Abi's government, or was it about just Tigray? Most of the analysts so far, they have claimed that basically Fano, TPLF and Eritrea, they're forming a broad alliance. Maybe Ola could join too, maybe ONLF could join too, and all that then will move towards Addis Ababa to remove the Amavi's government. But this is not what the talks were about. Talks between TPLF and Eritrean government. When I say TPLF, please include TDF as well, because they uh, negotiated jointly with the Eritrean government. Tigray generals, TPLF leaders both met jointly with the Eritrean government. Before making the final move to remove Getachew, TPLF wanted to get one assurance from Eritrea. Just one assurance. When Tigray war erupted in 2020, if you remember, November 2020, Tigray was put under siege. So this siege remained in place for 2 years. And that siege basically made it almost impossible for Tigray to receive any support from abroad. I'm extremely sorry if Shafo you don't receive a notification, but that's YouTube issue. So in 2020 November, when war erupted, Tigray came under siege, and that siege actually was one of the main factors in weakening the morale of Tigray fighters, morale of Tigray people. because Tigray could not receive any support from abroad. Had there been no siege and Tigray had some sort of connection with Sudan, perhaps the result of this war would have been different. So this time, when TPLF was making decision to remove Getachew, it feared that once again PM Abiy's government could make a move to wage war on Tigray. There were fears. Tigray military, TPLF, they were not sure about PM Abiy's response. Some of them believed that if Getachew is removed from power, federal forces could be launched into Tigray. So they wanted to counter this likely attack by ENDF on Tigray. That is why they contacted Eritrea. They did not want military support from Eritrea. They did not want Eritrean boots on the ground in Tigray. They did not say that. In the talks, they only said to Eritreans that if Abiy government waged war on Tigray, Eritrea would let TPLF Tigray use Eritrean soil to receive support from abroad so that Tigray would not be under complete siege. They said, we don't want your military support. We don't want your tanks, your artillery pieces, your forces. No. We just want to ensure that they said that we are already surrounded. On one side, Amhara, on the other, Afar, then Western Zone, there is ENDF as well. We have only one outlet, and that is through Eritrea. Just give us this assurance that if Abiy marches on us, if Abiy wages war on us, you won't close the border in support of Abiy. You will give us access to your territory so that we could receive support from abroad and so that we won't be under full siege. Because we remain under siege during the war, we don't want to be under siege again. This is what they negotiated on. They did not negotiate to topple Abiy's government. They did not negotiate to form an alliance. They just said that we fear Abiy could wage war on us. We don't need your military support. We only want to ensure that we are not again under siege. So you would help us in keeping the border open in some location so that we can receive support through your territory. This is what TPLF wanted. What did Eritrea want? What was Eritrea's response? Eritrean response was clear. The government of Eritrea, channels of Eritrea clearly said, they said, just like you want us one favor, we want one favor from you as well. That's what I'm calling a 2-point deal. Eritrea asked TPLF and TDF that if Abiy waged war on Eritrea on the issue of access to sea, on the issue of Red Sea, TPLF, TDF won't be part of this war in support of Abiy's government. Eritrea wanted this assurance from Tigray leaders. Tigray wanted assurance about using Eritrean territory. This 2-point deal was reached between the two sides. TPLF, TDF agreed that they won't support Abiy's push for Assad, Abiy's push for access to sea through Eritrea. Eritrea agreed that if Abiy waged war on Tigray, it will not fully close its border, and TDF could use Eritrean soil, obviously secretly, not openly. Now, deal reached. After that, we saw that Tigray military and TPLF, they made the move. They just started dismantling pro-Getachew governments. Uh, Abiy showed no response. Abiy did not mobilize ENDF soldiers, ENDF units towards Tigray. So Tigray did not need Eritrean support. Had Abiy tried to save Getachew by mobilizing his forces towards Tigray, then TPLF, TDF could have used Eritrean territory. But that did not happen. So Tigray did not need Eritrean support. Without that support, it expelled Getachew from Mekelle. So one part of the deal, you can say, has been implemented. Now the second part will be implemented in future. If Abiy makes a push towards Assib directly, indirectly through Eritrean opposition groups, what will TPLF do? What will TDF do? What will be their policy? Will they support PM Abiy's government? Will they oppose PM Abiy's government? Will they stay neutral? The deal that they reached with Eritrea is clear that TPLF, TDF won't support Abiy if Abiy wants to push for Assad. So let's see what happens. So all the reports that Eritrea, TPLF, Fano, Ola were forming an alliance to topple Abiy's government were false. There was no truth in those reports, I believe. What I have learned is based on some sources, genuine sources, almost the same sources which said last year that Getachew's days had been numbered in Tigray. The same source which said that Varede's name had been proposed to be the new president. So sources are impeccable sources. It's not propaganda. It's not a report to favor one or the other party. It's an unbiased, neutral report about what happened between the two sides. Eritrea will never acknowledge that. TPLF will never acknowledge that. But this is what they agreed on. Now, will TPLF and TDF honor their commitment or not? They committed that they won't support Abiy in Abiy's push for Assad. So will they now honor their part of the deal? Let's see. Now I can take your questions, comments for 10 minutes. I'm here. Eritrea Pearl of Red Sea says, don't you think TPLF's alliance with Eritrea in a way is a war of deterrence? Yeah, I agree. That is why they talk to Eritrea. They wanted to avoid a complete siege. It's a war of, it's pact of self-defense too for Eritrea. I agree with that. This is what I said. Ken Enyo says, you think war going to happen for Assad? Well, I have done so many videos on that. People like Joar, people like Sadkan, they say war is imminent and inevitable. I've been saying war is not imminent. I've been saying the two countries are on a collision course, but war is not imminent. In tomorrow's live chat, I'll discuss another very important topic, which is related to uh, Assab, which is related to RB TPLF relations. Hopefully, if I get more information, then I'll speak on that tomorrow. Only Amhara says, did you see my question? What is your question? Elijah joined too. You're late, Elijah. Yasin Abdullah here. Welcome, Yasin. Yasin, you are from afar, if I'm not wrong. Let me see only Amhara's question. Let me find it. Would you write again? Birhane Gebre Yohannes says, Sajid, it seems you are skeptical if TPLF keeps its promise or not. I don't know. I mean, you cannot trust people. You cannot trust parties. People just want to protect their interests. So I'm not sure about TPLF's commitment. Your baby law is complaining about live chat notifications. Yeah, people I don't know what happens. It's a YouTube issue, I believe. Only Amhara says why Abiy did not send his military to Tigray. But it makes sense. I mean, you cannot open so many fronts at the same time. Simultaneously opening multiple military fronts is never advisable. I mean, ENDF could not clear Amhara region. If it starts sending troops to Tigray, that would weaken ENDF's presence in Amhara. You might need, you might see relocation of troops from Amhara to Tigray. Then wars in Sudan, in South Sudan, warlike situation, Al-Shabaab making moves towards Mogadishu. I think it would be suicidal to start a new war at this point of time. So what Abiy did, it makes perfect sense, I think. Thank you, Abdi Fatah. Mere says, if your information is reliable, your intelligence network is even more stronger than Ethiopian government's network. No, they know a lot. They know a lot more than I do. They don't make it public. Whatever I know, I share with you. Thank you, Shafo, for buying the super chat sticker. Your super chat stickers, which you buy, matter a lot for me. Thank you for that. Ethiopian government knows a lot more than I do, more than you do. They don't disclose it. Uh, they just try to deceive people. They create narratives, false narratives. I just share whatever I know with you. And this is how governments operate, not just Ethiopian governments. All governments just withhold information from their people. Let me take Shafo's question, who bought a super chat sticker to Shafo has been a member, a contributor for years. I think I lost his question. Shafo says, do you have information about what the Bretsians aim to meet Abiy in Addis was? Well, TPLF wants to have a working relationship with the federal government. I mean, it has done its work. It has removed Getachew from Mekelle. Now, it does not want Abiy to mobilize ENDF towards Tigray. It wants to have relationship with Abiy's government. It did not listen to Abiy's instructions. Abiy opposed TPLF Congress last year. TPLF did not listen to Abiy. Abiy said, don't just think of removing Getachew. TPLF did not listen. But TPLF wants some sort of relationship with Abiy government. That is what Betsin wants to be there, because in the end, it is PM Abiy who will sign the letter of appointment of the new president. TPLF cannot do that. Getachew was appointed by Abiy. Abiy signed that letter. So TPLF, Debretsion needs Abiy. But will Abiy trust TPLF now? That's a big question, by the way, which we'll talk about, which we'll try to answer tomorrow. Sharave Bashir joined. Welcome, Sharave. Lobak says, Lobak Dangolo, do you think Afar could play a role? Well, Afars are going to play a big role when it comes to access to sea issue, because sooner or later Ethiopia will raise the issue of access to sea through Eritrea. Afar region is going to be one of the most strategic regions in future, I believe. Eritrean opposition groups have announced that they want to use Ethiopian Afar uh, as their headquarters to start a movement to topple Isaias Afwerki's government. Afars need to be very alert. Their region is going to be uh, very busy. I wouldn't say it's going to be a battlefield, but very busy. Thank you, Michael Kidane, for buying this 10 pound super chat sticker. Thank you. Your contribution matters a lot for me. Michael is not a member. Are you new to My Views and News, Michael? I remember Kidane Birhane. He has been a member for some time. Michael Kidane is a new name for me, or maybe I missed that name in live chats. Allahu Akbar says, thank you for your service. Thank you for watching, Allahu Akbar. Lobak, I responded to your question. Afar's role is very crucial. Afars of Eritrea, Afars of Ethiopia. Uh, I think at some point in future, Ethiopian government will make an offer to these Afars. It will tell them that, okay, just unite all of you Afars of Djibouti, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and you should have a region, Afar region will support you. So will Afar buy this offer or not? But as I said earlier, Afar region is going to be very busy in near future. You will see that if tensions continue between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Someone is saying that my screen is frozen. Phoenix, what was your question? So many questions coming, cannot respond to each and every one. Thank you, Allahu Akbar. By the way, just one point. People say, uh, I always disagree with them. They say, Sajid, uh, taking Assab is just walk in the park for Ethiopia, for Ethiopian military. Assab is just, it's very close to Ethiopian border. And you always criticize that strategy of the military, that if military try to enter Eritrea, Ethiopian military, that could be suicidal. Do you doubt the capabilities of Ethiopian military? You are pro-Eritrean government. You just don't uh, consider Ethiopian military as strong. Uh, I know the terrain very well because I covered Tigray war. That war was not fought just in Tigray. It was fought in Afar too. It was fought in Amhara too. It was fought in Shoa as well. The terrain in Afar is very, very challenging. Very, very challenging. Uh, it's not that a few thousand ENDF can just cross the border and reach Afar. I'll do a video or live chat specifically on this topic in near future. Lipkovian said, "Do you think neutrality is the best position for Tigray?" I think so. Well, how can you stay neutral? I mean, you're part of Ethiopia. You're not a country. You will have to take a position. But now, when you have reached a deal with the Eritrean government, now you won't be able to support Abiy, or if you support Abiy, you will be violating the deal with Eritrea. Sabbath says, which ship will dock peacefully if Assab is taken by force? Yes, this is what I've been saying, that taking a port by force is one thing, using it peacefully is another thing. Well, 38 minutes have passed. I think we should end the live chat. It was good to be with you. Those who joined late, I would request you to watch the chat again. I spoke for around 10 minutes and I shared the information which I have received about two-point deal between Eritrea and Ethiopia. I think this two-point deal will determine the nature of TPLF Eritrea relations and TPLF RB relations too in coming months and years. Will TPLF respect this deal or not? That remains to be seen. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.